PlanJapan. Logical routes, realistic budgets, zero guesswork. 7 days in Hokkaido, Japan's northernmost main island and one of its most underrated. This itinerary is built around Sapporo, with day trips to the canal town of Otaru, the onsen gorge of Jozankei, Asahikawa's world-famous zoo, and the lavender fields of Furano. No bullet trains, no temple circuits. This is a different Japan entirely. In this video, I'll walk through the full day-by-day plan with a budget breakdown at the end, so here's PlanJapan. If you want to save your itinerary, sign in first using the button in the top right. It only takes a second. I'm setting up a 7-day trip for 2 travelers in US dollars. I'll select Sapporo as the main city, then add 2-day trips, Otaru and Jozankei Onsen. Interest on defaults, budget on mid-range. Hit generate. And there it is, 7 days, fully planned. The planner has also built in 2 full-day excursions from Sapporo, Asahiyama Zoo in Asahikawa and Farm Tomita in Furano, as Sapporo days rather than day trips, since each is a single destination rather than a multi-stop itinerary. Day 1 is arrival day in Sapporo, Susukino Ramen Village. Miso ramen is Sapporo's signature style, rich, hearty, and topped with butter. Most shops open from 11 to 23. Then, Mount Moiwa, ropeway and summit views. Sapporo's best viewpoint. Taking the ropeway and mini cable car to the 531-meter summit for panoramic city views. Spectacular at night when the city lights up. There's a book button on the activity linking to Klook. The ropeway runs 10:30 to 2200, lasts up at 21:30, and is closed mid-November for annual maintenance. Check the website before you go. Night views after 1900 are the highlight. Day 2 is the Otaru day trip, just 35 minutes from Sapporo on the JR Hokkaido line. IC card accepted, and there are scenic coastal views on the approach into Otaru. You return to Sapporo overnight. First stop, Otaru Sushi on the Fish Market Street. Otaru is one of Japan's top sushi towns. Fresh Hokkaido uni, crab, and scallop. Sushi Adori, the sushi street, has a dozen excellent shops. Arrive at opening to avoid queues. Most restaurants 11 to 21. Popular spots fill quickly, so arrive at opening or book ahead. Then Otaru Canal and the Stone Warehouse District, the iconic 19th century canal lit by gas lamps at dusk. Walk the full 1.3-kilometer stretch, then explore the converted warehouses. The canal is open 24 hours. After that, Latillo Cheesecake in Sakaimachi Street. Latillo's double-layer fromage cheesecake is Otaru's most famous souvenir. Buy it at the flagship and eat it fresh. The surrounding Sakaimachi Street has great cafes and gift shops. Latillo 9 to 18, most shops 10 to 18. And finally, Kitaichi Glass and the Otaru Music Box Museum. Otaru is famous for hand-blown glasswork. Kitaichi Glass has 12 showrooms, and the Music Box Museum 2 minutes away has thousands of antique and modern boxes. Both open 9 to 18. Day 3 is an all-day trip to Asahikawa. Asahiyama Zoo, Japan's most visited zoo outside Tokyo, famous for imaginative enclosures where polar bears swim overhead and penguins march past visitors in winter. About 1.5 hours from Sapporo by JR Limited Express, then 40 minutes by bus from Asahikawa Station. Bus numbers 41, 42, or 47, 500 yen. Allow at least 3 hours at the zoo itself. There's a search button on the activity linking to Klook Tours. Worth considering if you'd rather skip the train and bus combo and maximize time at the zoo. Day 4, Jozankei Onsen day trip, about 65 minutes by Jotetsu bus from Sapporo Station bus terminal at 1,700 yen one way. Reservations are recommended in peak autumn season. You return to Sapporo overnight. First, Futami Suspension Bridge and the River Gorge Walk. A scenic walk along the Toyohira River Gorge with dramatic valley views from the bridge. Peak autumn foliage here in mid-October is spectacular. Expect crowds on weekends. Then Jozankei Onsen Street and foot baths. Free public foot baths along the main street let you sample the waters without booking a hotel. Good for a relaxed 30-minute stop before or after your main bath. Foot baths typically 1000 to 2100. And finally, a day-use onsen soak. Book a Higeri Nyuyoku at one of the Riverside Resort hotels. Open-air Rotenburo overlooking the Toyohira River Gorge are the highlight. Jozankei Daiichi Hotel and Hoshino Resorts both offer day bath packages, typically 10 to 15. Varies by hotel, book ahead. Not all hotels offer walk-in day bathing, so confirm before visiting. Day 5 is an all-day trip to Furano and Farm Tomita, Japan's most iconic lavender farm with sweeping purple rows backed by the Tokachi Mountains. About 2 hours from Sapporo by JR. Also visit the Furano Cheese Factory and try fresh Hokkaido soft serve. The Norako Scenic Tourist Train runs between Furano and Bie in summer. Farm Tomita outdoor fields are open 24 hours. Gift shops 9 to 17. There's a search button on the activity linking to Klook Tours. Recommended unless you're renting a car, as Farm Tomita and the surrounding fields aren't easily walkable from Furano Station. One important note, lavender peaks late June to late July. Outside this window, the farm is still beautiful, but lavender will not be in bloom. Day 6, a full day in Sapporo City. Nijo Market in the morning, fresh Hokkaido seafood and produce, sea urchin, king crab, and fresh salmon are the highlights. Best visited early when stalls are fully stocked. Go before 10 a.m. for the best selection. Many vendors wind down by early afternoon. Open 6 to 17. Then Odori Park and the Sapporo TV Tower. Snow Festival site in February, lively farmers markets in summer. The park is open 24 hours and the TV Tower 9 to 22. And the Sapporo Beer Museum in Higashi, Japan's oldest beer brand in its original 1890s brewery building. The paid tasting room is worth it. Open 11 to 18, last entry 17:30. Closed Mondays. Open on national holidays, but closed the following Tuesday. Day 7 is Departure Day in Sapporo, Sapporo Station and the underground shopping arcades. The station connects to one of Japan's largest underground shopping networks, with Oro and Paseo malls, plus the Tanuki Koji covered arcade nearby. Great for a rainy morning or picking up last-minute Hokkaido souvenirs. Most shops open 10 to 21, and Susukino, nightlife, and izakayas for a final evening if your flight allows. One of Japan's largest entertainment districts outside Tokyo and Osaka. Hundreds of izakayas, ramen shops, and bars. Most venues open from 1800. Now, the budget. For 2 travelers on a mid-range budget, the total comes out at around $3,567, roughly $1,783 per person for 7 nights in Sapporo. Flights are around $1,714 total, $857 per person returned from the U.S. Accommodation $691 for the trip, $346 per person. No intercity transport cost for this itinerary. Local transport $101. Food and drink $508. Activities $145. Airport transfers $27 and a 12% contingency buffer of $382. Check the JR Pass section. For this route, individual tickets are cheaper by around 50,000 yen per person, so skip the pass and book segments individually. Non-JR segments like the Jotetsu bus to Jozankei aren't covered by the pass at all, so that's a complete 7-day Hokkaido itinerary: Sapporo, Otaru, Jozankei Onsen, Asahikawa, and Furano, with a full budget breakdown, Google Maps links for every activity, and direct booking links. PlanJapan is completely free. Try it at planjapan.app, link in the description. If you want the classic Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka route, or the off-the-beaten-path Alpine route itinerary, those videos are up on the channel. Thanks for watching.